Much like you are encouraged to secure your home before a storm hits, people who have boats are encouraged to secure their vessels. One local boat captain, though, says that message hasn't gotten out to everyone.
Jason Hackett's live for us tonight at New Port Cove Marina to tell us why that could be a problem. Jason.
Kelly and Michael, this is the boat that we were on with that captain just a few hours ago. We went about half-mile out into the Intracoastal, not very far, but in that small space, we saw tons of abandoned boats and barges with nobody on them. He says that could be a very costly and dangerous situation if and when Erika blows through. There are times when the Intracoastal is part graveyard.
This boat that sunk is probably going to stay here for quite some time.
Part ghost town.
There's 14 of them out here right now, and those 14 are probably not going to leave.
It's a troubling thought for Chris Anders as Erika approaches. One problem, he says, is Florida has had a lot of people move here in the past decade, many of them boaters.
The last 10 years we haven't had a storm, so new boaters aren't going to be aware of what to do.
Between all the derelict boats and the pontoons out here in the days after the storm, the waters could be a mess.
All this stuff's going to get torn up.
He says when the winds whip up the waters out here, these seemingly forgotten vessels above and below the surface will go for the ride. Anders says abandoned boats and barges could break loose from their anchors and moorings, smashing other boats. Debris from the vessels could be scattered across the water. In addition, sunken boats could cause unseen hazards.
If they shift and get into the channel, that's where they really propose the worst amount of damage.
And a predicted full moon this weekend will make the mess even worse.
During the high tide full moon, normally the water will reach very close to the top of our actual docks.
Anders says it may serve as a wake-up call to boaters who take boating in the Sunshine State for granted.
Pretty much everybody's been complacent since then, and no one's thinking about how bad the storms could actually be.
Hackett reporting for us, and again, that's one of the many things we'll be watching in the coming days.